A warm welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Today, a disaster happened, a real bad disaster. But anyway, I switched cars. So this sitting in here for the last month has been my E36. I've been doing like wax videos on it, and it's all clean and tidy. I didn't want to take it out. But this morning I gave this a wash down and switched cars, took the E36 out, and I thought it's time to use it. But it's quite busy out there at the moment. It's quite, I don't mind taking this out. It's got little dinks in it and ripples in the paintwork and little chips, and it's for the track. But the E36 is mint. Anyway, I took it out and I was just queuing to go on a roundabout in traffic. And then the next thing I know, sort of like quite a heavy bang at the back of the car. It felt heavy, but it wasn't that heavy really. It's just a little shunt from the car behind. And a young lad, and he was a very nice lad, and he just made a mistake, foot slipped off the accelerator and punched into the car at low speed. It happens. I was initially a bit cranky. But it happens, yeah, and no one's hurt. It's life. It's a lump of metal. It's not important, and it will get fixed. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard because you know what I'm like, and if you love your car, it's just hard. But anyway, I'll show you what you're probably thinking. Well, it's nothing, but it does. It is. It could be bad. I've got it booked in to be inspected at the paint shop where it was painted. You're gonna think I'm mad, but I'm not. And I'll show you why. See, from back here, you probably think there's absolutely nothing wrong with this car. So you can see a bit of an impact line there. And down here, the paint on the bumper is cracked. So that's the reinforcement bar there, and it's blank space. So it's folded it over the reinforcer and cracked the paint there. Yeah, so that's going to need repainting to fix that. You can't buff that out. The clear coat is actually coming off there, but you're going to struggle to see it, but it's damaged. Up here, the worst bit is this panel here, which is a metal panel under the bonnet. It's folded in there and there. And they'll need to take the bumper off, I think, to inspect this, just to make sure it hasn't pushed this panel back. But what you can see is there, just move the camera around, it's bent the bar and it's bent that bit as well, and it's scratched all of this along here. You could buff most of that out, but not all of it. Some bits of it have gone through the clear coat, so that would need to be repainted, and it needs a panel beater to fix that. And it's also where his bumper went over the top and pushed into that. It's scraped this again. You could buff that back, but you could see you won't get it back perfect. You'll get it like 80-90% perfect, but the paint's actually damaged there. It's just whether or not this back panel is actually being pushed in is the bit that I'm concerned about, because if I look down at where that's been pushed in and dented there and somewhere else, it's hard to see this one there and there. I'm just worried that it's pushed the panel in, but I mean, I doubt it. I doubt it. I think this will just be an easy repair. I don't think the boot lid's been damaged. You can't get these boot lids. I really hope the boot lid hasn't been damaged. It went in. I don't think it has. I think it hit there and it hasn't gone any higher. We'd see there'd be some signs of damage. Yeah, there's a little scratch there, but it doesn't matter. So that's unlikely that was caused by that. Yeah, so it's just punched in there basically. So it looks quite minor. So really, I think what they'll do is they'll take the bumper off, look underneath it. The bumper will need to be repainted, and then panel beater on that, and then repaint that strip. You could probably blend on there. Perfect place to blend, actually. That panel there is almost the best thing to damage on this car, because it's isolated. How much is that going to cost? Well, let's go and have a look. Hold on. Oh, hold on. How much is that going to cost to fix? I don't know, actually. You always think, whatever you think it's going to cost, it's usually more expensive, actually. But looking at it, the fact that it's going to be a rear bumper, a bit of paint and a bit of panel beating in the top bit, I reckon it might be more than 500 quid, but probably less than 1,000. You'd like to think, wouldn't you, someone would do that for a lot less, but to fix it properly is going to be a rear bumper resprint, so that's going to be at least 300, maybe more. Yeah, so you're talking north of 500. Anyway, we'll find out. I'm going down there in a minute to get a quote. So yeah, that's part of life. I'll get it booked in. The paint shop are great. I'm taking it to Duke's in Middleton, who did the paint, and they'll get it sorted, and that'll be it. It'll be off. I'll get it back, and I've got another car. It's not the end of the world. There we go. I'm happy today. It's good. Shouldn't be happy though. I'm gonna not be able to sleep tonight with that. Anyway, over and out.